For those of you who are new, welcome. And I have a long time history with binge eating disorder, food addiction, and obesity. And I am type 2 diabetic. I have sleep apnea and some other health issues.
Hello, Foodie. 'Tis I, Fat Cow. Well, you've uploaded another video, and it's very obvious that you've been doing some reading, which is excellent, but not really, because no amount of reading, be it books or on the internet, replaces actual professional medical advice from actual qualified professionals. But we know that really, don't we? So, let's continue, shall we? You are at the stage of your cycle where you are going to use your eating disorder, your depression and your anxiety as an excuse to either not continue as well, or basically as an excuse to get people to support you and to be patient with you and to forgive all the little mishaps that are going to happen along the way. Well, guess what? I know, it's incredible how much stuff we have in common. Absolutely, it was serendipity that I came across your channel. Because guess what? I too have an eating disorder. I've suffered from bulimia since I was 16 years old, which is 36 years. And I wish to tell you and to explain to your audience that food noise is real, and food noise is a pain in the arse. Anybody who has ADHD will understand this. You know that little voice you get in the back of your head? Some of you might be lucky enough not to have it, but if you have ADHD, or you have food noise, or intrusive thoughts, or things like that, you'll understand. It's like having an itch in the back of your head, but inside your skull so you can't get it. If you have ADHD, the itch might be a little voice saying, do you know what would be a really good idea? Let's rearrange your bedroom. And you'll be like, no, I've got to do the dishes and vacuum the floor and do some paperwork. Actual important stuff that I need to do in order to function as a human being. No, rearrange your bedroom. No, important stuff. No. And this little voice will be going, do your bedroom. For ages, days, could be even weeks if you're strong enough to ignore it. Much in the same way as your little brain, when you have food noise, will be saying, you've got ice cream in the freezer. Yeah, I know. I bought it. I put it there. I think you should eat it. I've just had dinner. And anyway, I don't feel like eating ice cream. Yes, you do. Ice cream's nice. You should eat it. It's there. It's doing nothing. It's just sat there. Being an ice cream, being all nice and lovely and delicious. And it'd be a shame if it didn't get eaten, because, that's what you bought it for, isn't it? I'm on a diet. I don't want to eat ice cream. Anyway, it's not mine. Doesn't matter. It's there. You should eat it. And that can go on for a really long time. If you're strong enough, you can make the voice quieter, and if you're lucky, somebody else will eat it, and then it's not a problem anymore. But if you're not strong enough, you will listen to this voice and eat the ice cream, whether you wanted to or not. And afterwards you'll think, why did I do that? I didn't need that ice cream. I was stupid. I'm so weak. Wow, I'm pathetic. Now, I'm only going to speak for myself because I cannot speak for anybody else, but the only way I can ignore that voice is to not have items like that in my house in the first place. I know, wow, this is Incredible! This is groundbreaking news. Not have the thing in the house in the first place. How will we survive? Well, the thing is, my experience suggests that if a bar of chocolate is in my house, that bar of chocolate can sit there for actually quite some time. Until that little voice goes, "You got chocolate?" And I go, "Yeah, I know, I bought it, I put it there myself. You should have some. Maybe just one piece. One piece isn't going to hurt. Go on, have the chocolate. Just one piece, one piece." And I listen to that voice about, I don't want chocolate, I've just eaten, I'm on a diet, I've got fruit, blah, blah, blah. And then I think, okay, one piece isn't going to hurt. Well, guess what? One piece never stays one piece. As long as I don't eat the chocolate, it's fine. If I have the one piece, suddenly, by some amazing, miraculous thing, the whole fucking thing's gone. And do you know what? It went in and down so quickly, I didn't even enjoy it. I didn't save. Okay, the first piece of chocolate, I probably kept it in my mouth for a bit, let it melt, savour the flavour, I hate this phrase, the mouth feel. I enjoyed that bit. A couple of other bits, yeah. They didn't stay in the mouth so long, and I probably chewed. But yeah, I enjoyed that. The rest of the bar, I might as well have drunk it with my nose pinched, like I was drinking medicine. It barely registered. My taste buds didn't acknowledge that chocolate. Now, you could argue it's all well and good not having things in the house, but what if I live with somebody who likes these things? Well, you could say, well, if that somebody really cared about you, they wouldn't have these things in the house, and seeing as they spend so much time out of the house, they could easily indulge there. And if they really had to have things in the house, they could put it somewhere that you can get to, but not tell you about it either, because that would be cruel. Like somewhere really high up, possibly. I mean, I have people in my house that do eat things that I shouldn't, and most of the time I tell myself they're not mine, I don't want them. But occasionally my little brain will go, "You're going to eat those biscuits, you know?" And I'll be like, "No, I can't eat those biscuits, they contain gluten, and gluten actually causes me physical pain." And my thing's like, "Oh, but it's also got chocolate on it. It's not like you're eating bread, because you know bread put you in that hospital that one time. It's only biscuits, not bread, and there's chocolate on them." I don't want biscuits. Do you know what? By the end of the day, I've eaten the bloody biscuits. And my stomach for the next few days is doing this really gurgly, uncomfortable thing where it's just saying, "Do you know what? I could really physically hurt you at any given minute because you're an idiot."
I've had some operations and other things in the past that have, some health issues. And I do also suffer from depression and anxiety, which I do take medication for.
Hands up, anybody who isn't depressed and have anxiety and possibly medicated? Anybody? Anybody? Me too, bitch. You ain't special.
On my free time yesterday, I took the time for myself to start rereading books that have made a lot of sense to me in the past.
Let me be clear. You're rereading books that made sense to you in the past. However, nothing changed, nothing got fixed, and you're still doing what you did before, implying, suggesting, whatevering that the books you read in the past didn't actually work. So maybe try something different, like, I don't know, getting professional help.
Have I had any really hard moments? Yeah, I have. I have had some tough moments. Yeah, I will say, since Bangkok, there's been some, especially at night, where I just have a really, really hard time.
Okay, here is some science bits, which means I will be reading. Now, Foodie, have you ever considered that instead of having BED, you might actually have night eating syndrome, which is recognised by the DSM-5 Book of Diagnostic Statistics as a psychiatric disorder. Night eating syndrome is an eating disorder associated with fragmented sleep and eating during the night. It can lead to poor sleep quality and a number of chronic health conditions, including cardiovascular disease and diabetes. Night eating syndrome describes a condition in which people eat a large proportion of their daily food intake at night, either after dinner or during nighttime wakenings. Researchers estimate that approximately 1.5% of people have night eating syndrome. Night eating syndrome is more common in people with depression or other psychiatric disorders.
So sometimes, usually what I'll do is I'll have a snack at night, and it does help. But the formula that's helped me recently is 3 meals and at least 1 snack and some fruit. So it's really essentially, I guess I'll just say 3 meals and 2 snacks, but the meals are, not huge. That's the deal. that's the key. They're not huge. They're decent sized meals and relatively healthy. They're homemade.
Foodie, homemade isn't code for healthy. You can deep fry some potatoes, cover them in cheese and gravy, and that isn't healthy. Sushi, not the stuff with the fried bits in the middle, which you can get delivered, is healthy. Okay? Do you understand? Just because it's homemade doesn't make it healthy, and just because it comes from an outside establishment doesn't mean it's unhealthy. It's choices. Choices make it healthy or unhealthy.
So that's, what it's been. I've also been doing between 20 to 30 minutes on the treadmill. Now, I know people think that I just started at 10 minutes, and you know what? Basically and this is like not nice of me to say, but a big F you to the people who just crap on someone's efforts.
Basically, middle finger to anybody who criticises you for making an effort to improve yourself. Well, this is a glasses off conversation. That is the sound of my glasses hitting the floor. Oops. Nobody, okay, I'll give you this, some people, but it's a very, very small minority, are criticising you for making an effort. The majority of us would applaud your efforts to improve your diet, your lifestyle, your exercise, your attitude, to make a difference to yourself. If it wasn't for the fact that you were trying so hard to convince us that you were making more of an effort than you actually are. Basically, we are criticising you because you are trying to deceive us. And people don't like being deceived.
When they're losing weight, I don't care who the person is, if you don't like them, whatever. If somebody's trying to improve their life and you're that sad individual who just tries to bring them down, it's just you're just low. You're just low.
Yes, you're on the treadmill. Yes, you've done 10 minutes. Yes, it was at a very slow speed, but still, it's 10 minutes. However, you then went on that you claim that off camera you do this several times a day. But then in 2 videos, back to back, just very, very recently, You went on a bit of a rant about how you do 10 minutes a day and that everybody should applaud you, when previously you said, I do 10 minutes a day on video for you guys, but I do a further 20 minutes not on camera. Which makes us think, actually, your improved lifestyle, your improved diet, your improved exercise is entirely performative. And when you're not on camera, you're doing whatever the hell you want. Which I would guess would be lying on your side on the sofa, eating. So no, if you were actually making an effort, we would be applauding you. What you are doing is performatively appearing as if you're making an effort, and we know it's a performance.
So just 10 minutes is a big deal when you're very sedentary and you couldn't walk 10 minutes straight without sitting before, you know? So,
You idiots.
yeah, I think that, but yeah, I know those are haters and they're not worth my time.
Actually, come to think of it, these people are totally unimportant and don't affect my life at all, which is why I mention them in every single bloody video I make and talk about them constantly on live. But no, they're not important at all. They don't bother me at all. No, not at all, really. I'm absolutely, completely unbothered. Seriously.
But there's always going to be people trying to bring you down in life. It's just how life is. It's never going to change.
Foodie, you're doing really, really well, and I'm really, really proud of you, and it'll come in time. Yes, and I'm really, really proud of you. Okay, yes, you're my little baby, you're my little baby. I have absolutely no respect for you whatsoever, and actually I can barely touch you or be in the same room as you. You're doing really well, and I really, really love you a lot.